Hey everyone, Mike here from Minnesota Shooting Sports again. And this morning I am standing out here on the firing line at the Dakota County Gun Club, and I am right in the middle of the 100-yard benches to my left and the 200-yard benches to my right. And I have got a 6-inch steel plate set up in the bunker box on the last bench here, and another 6-inch steel plate set up on the first bunker box on the 200-yard line, and I'll show you that real quick here just so you can see it. But that is the 100-yard line bunker box, and then that is the 200-yard line bunker box. And I'm going to be shooting these off of a bench because unfortunately this rifle club does not allow you to shoot multiple distances from any one position. You have to get up and move to a different bench appropriate, and that is lined up with that bunker box, but that's fine. What I'm going to do today to simulate and work through everything on this is I'm going to start at the 100-yard bench and I am going to shoot a couple of shots on that steel plate, and then I'm going to just transition the rifle over and I'm going to simulate firing at the 200-yard target, and then, 2 shots or whatever, and then move back to the 100-yard. What that's going to do is it's going to force me to have to acquire another target, make a dope change to the elevation, and adjust my parallax. And I'm going to do that a whole bunch today with the Budget Mark II with the EagleBlaze on it, and with the More Money Mark II with the Strike Eagle on it. So that way I will have a real apples to apples comparison here today of what my thoughts are on the EagleBlaze, because I've made a lot of references to, I think it's very Strike Eagle-esque, I guess. Yeah, that's what we're going to do here today. I'll talk more about what I'm doing when I'm shooting or sitting at the bench. And for today, I'm not going to do any downrange footage of the cameras. I put a thin enough target out there that if I'm hitting it, you should be able to pick up on it on the microphone, on the camera that's on the bench. And I will most likely, for simplicity's sake, and to keep this video as short as I can, because it's going to be a long one today, I'm probably going to jump cut through a lot of it here as well in the editing of it, because I fully intend to shoot about a brick of ammo here today through the 2 rifles to get a comparison. Oh, and I didn't mention that, and at some point I'm going to move over to the 200-yard bench, and I'm going to do just the opposite. I'm going to shoot at the 200-yard target, simulate firing at the 100-yard target, move back to the 200, because I really want to work that parallax and those turrets on the EagleBlaze. I know what the Strike Eagle will do. I've had the Strike Eagle that's on this rifle since I was shooting PRS with a Ruger Precision in .308. So I've had that rifle scope for 6 years. So anyway, let's get to the bench and give this thing a rip. So we're going to start out at 100 yards with the CV Life on the Budget Mark II, and I am at about 16 power. That's my sweet spot. So 10-round mag loaded up. We'll shoot 2 on the plate. Simulate transitioning another 100 yards out to the 200, make adjustments so I can get my idea on what the scope actually looks like. And oh, by the way, if you hadn't picked up on it yet, there is no side shot camera mounting system on here, so I will have full flexibility of getting and accessing the parallax, the turrets, and the magnification ring on it. And while I'd said it before, the eye box on this is really, really good. That side mount or side shot camera system does change your eye box, and this will be the first time I've really shot it without that thing mounted to it. So it's going to be something new for me as well. Let's go ahead and give it a rip. We do got some wind out here from left to right, and I didn't have enough on it for that. All right, now I'm going to transition or simulate that I would need to add another 11 or 12 minutes here, and get the parallax right, simulate close. Eye box is still nice, clear all around, bang. bang, bang. This should be 9 and 10. And it was. All right. I'm going to keep that thought to myself. We are going to do this some more off camera. Then I'm going to move over to the 200 and shoot them in the reverse order. And then I'll tell you what I think about it. Be back with you in a little while. All right, so I went over to the 200-yard line and I wanted to, do the reverse order on this, and it was just a disaster. The wind picked way up on me while I was over there. I don't know if you can see the flag on the tripod behind me here, but I was having 12, 14-mile-an-hour gusts over there, and I wasn't filming, so I was relying on the feedback for the video to be the sound of the gong being hit, and I wasn't hitting it enough. So I've decided to move back here to the 100-yard line, and I moved this tripod over, and I got the camera going on it as well here, because I've had a whole bunch of disasters happen to me. I'm having magazine issues with this magazine, that the round wants to do that on everything, and it's, jamming up the rifle. So we are gonna do it with 2 5-round magazines and a 10-round. Probably shoot through this one more time. I've done a bunch of it off camera here to give you an assessment, but I'm going to go ahead and run through a double tap on the large, small with both rifles, and then give you some feedback. All right. Final thoughts on all of this. One, I took the while I was over at the 200, I thought for a minute that maybe the light transmission on the CV Life was better. I was like, why is it so much brighter and everything? And then it hit me, you know what, dummy, you've got the sunshade still on the Vortex. So I popped it off, and that dissuaded that. Light transmission on both are exceptional. They're both really, really good. The clarity of the glass is really, really good on both of them. They both have Christmas tree reticles in them, which is something I like. The crosshairs, or the stadia in the Vortex, is a much finer stadia. It's busier, but it's also easier for me to read. Could be because I'm so used to the EB7 reticle, but it feels a little bit easier to read for me. I'll just kind of leave it at that. The lines in the CV Life are a little on the thick side for a first focal plane, in my opinion. The other thoughts on them would be that as far as any negatives on the CV Life, I would say that I put, a little over 200 rounds through them here today, and then what I've put through it leading up to this. And what you see on camera isn't everything. There's a lot of off-camera shooting that goes on with it, getting set up to make sure that I'm on target and stuff like that. And the parallax adjustment on this is still leaves something to be desired. And that's not meant to be a ding. It's a sub $300 scope that you can get deals on, okay? But positives, I will tell you that I do like the numbers, the size of the markings on the turrets. on this one over what's on this Strike Eagle. I like it a lot better, to be honest with you. I didn't put the zero stop in, and again, I didn't want to tinker with this too much. I want it to still present as a brand new rifle scope. If I had more time with this rifle scope, I'd like to do more with it, but I just don't want to ding it up trying to get a bunch more information out there for you. My final thoughts on the CV Life EagleBlaze 5-25 rifle scope. And quite simply, you can't go wrong if you purchase one of these. And that is my honest opinion. For no other reason than it's been my experience in the week of playing with this and shooting it and a few hundred rounds through this rifle scope that it is very similar in capabilities and functions as a Vortex Strike Eagle. And quite frankly, at half the price point, less than half the price point of this rifle scope, the only other rifle scope that I have that it comes close to as far as what it does and how I felt about it up to this point would be this guy's little brother, a Vortex Venom. And the difference between this and a Venom is that the Venom doesn't have illumination, which this one does, and a Venom is still $200 more than this one is. So let's talk about the pros and the cons real quick. The first con is, and it's been throughout this entire series of videos, the parallax is still, it could just be this particular one. Maybe it will, break in. Again, it's only a week of testing it, but the parallax leaves a little something to be desired over here. Let's talk about the major positive. I've said it throughout the series of videos as well. The eye box on this thing is fantastic. With the side shot camera mounting system off of it completely, it only got better. And I am going to be perfectly honest with you. This has the best eye box of anything I've looked through ever. All right, the most forgiving eye box. This eye box, I wish my Razor was as good of an eye box and eye relief as what this thing provides. So take that with a grain of salt. It's my honest opinion, and I like my Vortexes. I'm not bashing on those guys at all, but to get a $300 scope that is first focal plane, has Japanese HD glass, has a zero stop with locking audible turrets on it, a green and red illuminated reticle, yeah, hard to beat. Just really hard to beat. So that's my honest opinion on it, guys. If you like this, please make a comment down below. And in some of the previous videos I've done on this, the manufacturer's asked that I put a code in there, which I have, that you can save yourself a little bit more money if you buy one. And I'm not making a nickel off of this, guys. They offered me one of these rifle scopes to give an honest review on, and then I'm going to in turn give this rifle scope away. So I'm not making anything off of this. But anyway, if you found it interesting, again, make a comment below. And I've never said this before, but like, share, subscribe, and as always, I hope to see you at the range.